Hello and welcome to this channel. My name is Onyinye Chuks Oji. I am a relationship and marriage counselor. I'm also an infidelity recovery coach. And on this channel, we grow in love, faith, and wisdom for stronger marriages and godly homes. Today, we are going to be looking at the topic communication in marriage, effective communication in marriage. You see, communication is not just about talking. It is more about understanding. A lot of couples speak a lot but still feel unheard. So we talk and talk, but we still feel our partner, our spouse, is not hearing what we're saying. Why? Because real communication goes beyond words. It involves listening, empathy, and then connection. Think of marriage as a garden. The words we say are like seeds. So if you plant words, which are seeds, if you plant words of kindness, respect, clarity, your marriage will surely blossom. But if you constantly plant criticism, silence, or harsh tones, you will reap distance and resentment. You will agree with me that a lot of us, what we do in our marriages and when we want to communicate our grievances, our this distaste or the things that we don't like to our spouse, a lot of the things we do is that it is full of criticism. Our words are full of judgment and accusatory. The truth is that nobody wants to be judged, to be criticized, and to be accused, even when they are wrong. So it moves your spouse from a place of even trying to hear what you are saying to a place of trying to do what? Defend themselves. And we're going to get to that in a bit. Let me share a story with us. I once counseled a couple, and for the purpose of this video, we're going to call them Mary and John. So John always felt that Mary nagged him a lot, while Mary felt that John never listens to him. So one day, instead of reacting, John tried something different out of the blues. He sat quietly, looked her in the eyes, and repeated back what she had just said. So John said, "So you're feeling overwhelmed because I've been working late and you feel alone." This singular statement, Mary's reaction, she paused, and for the first time, she felt understood. You see, that small shift, listening first, speaking with empathy, turned a heated argument into a moment of connection. What would have been a heated argument as usual, it turned it into a moment of connection. So, what does effective communication look like in marriage? Let me give us three simple keys as we proceed with this conversation. Number one is listen to understand. That's the first key. Listen to understand, not just to respond. You know, many times when our spouse is speaking, what we are busy doing is to prepare our reply instead of actually listening to hear them. So we're just trying to prepare our response. We're trying to prepare what we're going to say to them because we think we are in a war, we are in a competition. I don't want this person to win, or I don't want it to look like I'm losing. See what James chapter 1 verse 19 says. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. This verse, you can see that listening comes first. Be quick to listen. So in a communication, listening is much more important than actually talking. It is first to listen. Once you are able to listen and you're listening from a place of empathy and understanding, you are going to respond from a place of understanding. So true love is shows by actually listening. Truly listening to your spouse shows love. The second key is speak with respect and honesty. And this is very important. You can express your feelings without attacking your spouse's character or personality. We are not advised to keep things to ourselves or sweep things under the carpet. When your spouse does something that you don't like, you don't like what has just happened. You have a grievance to express. It is very okay to express it. Keeping things to yourself and sweeping them under the carpet is not healthy for your marriage. But while it is okay to express your feelings, you should be careful to express the feelings and not attack your spouse's person or character. So look at one of the things that can help us to fully express our feelings without attacking each other's personality and character is trying to use the I statement instead of using the you statement. So, for instance, instead of saying, you never care about me, you are always late, you are always doing this, you never do this. So, what is starting this statement is the word you. So, try saying, I feel hurt when my needs are overlooked. So you never care about me as opposed to I feel hurt when my needs are overlooked. This is communicating something you are not happy about. But one is not accusatory. One is eliciting some sense of, oh, this is not how I wanted you to feel. Sorry, I made you feel that way. Or against, I don't always do this. You can't say I never care about you. How about the other day that I did this? So you see that the first statement, you never care about me, your spouse is already in a defense mode because once you try to accuse somebody, like I said earlier, the person is going to want to defend themselves. And the best form of defense sometimes is attack. So that's why the conversation can become heated. And before you know it, we leave the main crux of the matter and start going into other things. So, boy, when you say I feel, the I statement is putting it to you. So you're pointing at yourself that this is how your action made me feel. Your actions made me feel hurt and overlooked. So honesty builds trust. Respect keeps the doors of communication open. So you're speaking to your spouse with respect and honesty, and you are not attacking the person's character. You don't become disrespectful because you want to have a conversation, because you want to express something you don't like. You want to express your grievance about something. Remember not to disrespect your spouse, whether your husband or your wife. This is very important. Number three is create safe space for conversation. We need to learn to create a safe space for our conversation. Don't talk when there is a fight. The place, the time, the how, the when. This is very critical to the success of your conversation. For your communication to be very effective, you need to learn to pick the right time. It must not be done now, as it is hot. Don't talk when there is a fight. Don't talk when tempers are high. Don't talk when emotions are very high. Don't talk in the heat of the moment. Allow yourself to calm down. It is something you must do for yourself. Every married couple must learn the skill of emotions control and emotions regulation. Emotional intelligence is a must if you are interested in building a marriage that will last, a marriage that both of you will be proud of. You can't run on your emotions. Once you're angry, you run on that anger. Once you're dissatisfied, you run on that dissatisfaction. The things you say will convey that you're very angry. So you lose respect, you lose honor, you just fly off the handle. This is going to harm your marriage. It's important that you set time aside. You can set aside some time, right? Daily or weekly to share your thoughts, to share your dreams, and even your struggles. And at that point, you can share the things that are happening that you don't really like. When communication is consistent, conflicts don't become like explosions. They become opportunities to grow closer. And this is why you must create time for regular conversation. Don't be too busy to not just sit and talk and review your life and review, oh, every week. How did this week go? What are the things? How did I treat you? What areas do you think you need me to be more consistent with? How do I make life easier for you? What can I do to make life easier for you? And this is an opportunity for us to actually do what? Bond and communicate with respect, with honor. And this type of communication will bring us closer instead of tearing us apart. So every communication space you have, opportunity that you have, is a golden opportunity to get and become closer to each other. All right. As we wrap up, I need us to remember something. Effective communication is not about winning arguments, it's more about building understanding. When couples learn to talk truly and listen, walls come down, intimacy deepens, and love grows stronger. So it is an opportunity. Nobody wins in a marriage. The goal of effective communication is not to win the argument. It is to remain one. The goal is not to win, the goal is to become one and remain one. So I need us to affirm that in my marriage, I choose words that build. I listen with love and I create space for connection and growth. You can also go ahead and affirm this to yourself as you listen to this video, if it makes sense to you, that in my marriage, I choose words that build. I listen with love and I create space for connection and growth. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, share with a friend, and please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, choose love, speak life, and guard your home with grace. Bye.